Well, we made it to, since she's talking, I'm not going to try to talk over her. All right, let's make sure we get all of our stuff going before we even get started for the day. Well, we already got started. I actually posted out that video of the fall this morning because I want people to know that you're going to fall. It does happen. Thankfully, this is not from a very high off the ground. I also stand 6 feet 1 inches tall, so I got plenty of space to fall down to the ground. But we're overall still good. They've been doing a nice job of getting the screens up, help people find their way, and the Christmas tree. Okay, if you have not seen the Christmas tree, then we tend to look at this and then make a little bit of a loop so you get a chance. So I got a couple of minutes, so we'll walk around. That way you get a chance to look and see, because maybe you won't make it Union Station ever, and this will be the only time you'll get a chance to see it. So I'll walk you around the classic Union Station, Chicago, Illinois. That is a setup, and they have people that come out and do this like for a living. So wow, really nice. And I know they do this each year, but you have here, and I think they have 3 this year, because I don't think they have a full 4, but they do have 3 this year. And Kwanzaa. So hopefully if you never get a chance to go to or come to Chicago Union Station, and you got a chance to see Christmas and the way they decorate, and that is what it fully looks like in all of the Union Station, at least the main hall. So let's get Frostbite up the stairs. And this is the same way that we come. It's just we normally take the elevator. When the elevator is broken, this is the way we go. Narrow door. All right, let's get our light on and get ourselves out here and moving. Oddly enough, clearer than I expected, to be honest. I'm sure it's still going to be slippery, but this is much clearer than it was the last time I was down here last week. You guys have seen the videos, but yeah, it looks like part of it's been cleaned out, because this is definitely not just from bikes. This is definitely not just from some bikes. So something has come through here and cleaned this out. So we'll take it. We will take it. Look at that, you guys. If you do not have a rear view mirror, or some way for you to be able to like look behind you, hit me up in the comments below, okay? And what I will do is I will get you the link to this one that I got, and I actually got this from somebody else, like the idea from somebody else's video in California. And I realized that it would be something that I could use here in the Chicago area. So yeah, they came through. I did not realize that they had come through and cleaned this out. Look at that. Who would have thought? Because I was expecting it to just be the same way it was the other day, where it was just tons of piles of snow and you had to kind of figure your way out through it. I was just expecting that. But look at that. They actually did the thing. So what I was talking about, if you haven't had a chance to look at one of my other videos or my short, this morning on one of my turns, right, I caught these tires are great. Don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody like freaking out that something's terribly wrong with this. It is not. It was the tires. I did the turn the same way I would normally do most of my turns, right? The problem is that turn, the back tire slid from up under me and I went down. Not a big deal. Happens. Nothing to be embarrassed about. You just have to deal with getting up, and hopefully you were wearing gear. So, of course, this is wintertime in Chicago, so I'm wearing my helmet. I am wearing all of the things, all of the things that I need to wear. All of the things, because by the time they do all of this, I could go. But I'm wearing all of the things that you would need, but that doesn't mean that, you're not going to slip and you're not going to fall. But it was a turn very similar to up here where we have to make a turn, and back tire came out. So why am I talking about that? I'm talking about it because I remember watching I think his name is Scooter Gang, if my memory serves me correctly. I think his name is Scooter Gang. And yeah, Scooter Gang was talking about like how what happens when you fall on your scooter. And this is not a bike, this is a scooter. So what I did was apply what he said in the video. And what he shared in the video was, you fall, don't immediately get up. And at the time, I was literally in the middle of the street where cars would come in to get ready to go into the train station. That's where I fell. So I had to get up and move quickly because I didn't want a car who hadn't seen me go down to come through there and plow into me. It wouldn't have been their fault. They wouldn't have seen me. They would have just been coming around, even though I was on the ground. And I'm a pretty big guy. You can't miss me, but I'm not wearing high vis today. So that's why I'm talking about this. That's why I'm sharing this, is because I don't want someone to feel the need to feel shame about falling. I'd like to get us to a point where we're not shaming each other over falls, because there's not a reason. You're on a bike, falls are going to happen. How you handle them is what matters. And you can see in the video, I was quite transparent about, I wasn't hurt. I have on several pairs of, I have on long underwear right now. I have on a pair of really good jeans, and they took the fall quite well. Didn't even scrape up the jeans. But these are Levi's, so I knew it was going to be chilly today, and it's probably 20-something degrees, give or take. So, all right. We're going to get the helmet up here because there's not I don't think there'll be a ton of people out today. It's really chilly, and a lot of people don't get started early in the morning unless they have to for work. So I'm expecting it's going to be a normal work day. The day has already started off great. Lots of good things with the start of the day. And I will continue to keep, oh wow, this is going to be interesting trying to get through here. Okay. Let's figure it out. We might have to go around. I think that's what we're going to have to do. And not fall, but go around, because I don't feel like dealing with trying to get past somebody doing construction and them not seeing me, and then we have a problem. But I used to come across this when I first started working here. I used to come across this all the time. I used to come down here on my scooter. Brings back memories, but I'm going to put my feet out just because they haven't yet cleaned all of this. We're good. We're good. We got this. All right, you guys, we made it to the office. One piece. So I'll see you guys in 8 hours. Still forgot to put it on. All entire, sitting on the train. It never even crossed my mind. Until I get ready to use it, then it crosses my mind. But we got it on now. So we're gonna try to not bust our ass out on the ice out here like we did this morning. We're gonna do our best not to do that. Try not to fall. A little strange that it's just us today, but it is just us getting off here, which is really odd because we don't normally do it like that. But we're good. We're on the other side. Do our best not to bust our butt, but you know what? If we fall, actually we have no reason to fall this time, because now we can put our feet out, because we know this is not exactly the safest. Yeah, we know that this is primarily a field of freaking ice. So, yep, there it is. See the instability. Because this isn't, but I got my feet out now, so we're not going to deal with the slipping and stupidity that we did this morning. We're just not going to deal with it. I go pick up the family. Yeah, let's roll over here. This right here, thankfully, somebody brought a tractor down here, and because this is where a lot of people walk. So far, this part I know will be done. I'm not worried about it. But when I'm on the bike, I can just bike up this side, but this doesn't have the power to do that. So you got to use your legs to get up the hill. You know what I think is funny? Not really funny, but there are tons of people that were trying to give me advice on how to ride. Oh, you got to be careful. The ground is slippery. And I'm thinking to myself, my dude, you've never even freaking ridden a scooter before. How the hell are you going to tell me how to ride when you've never even ridden a scooter, let alone this one? But, everybody has an opinion, It just was funny. I'm like, how the heck are you going to tell me how to ride something you don't even know anything about? You literally don't know anything about this. Oh, I was like, why is nobody shovel this? But then I just realized that the guys who used to own this place, they closed it down. It was a barber shop right behind. But they didn't get it. Was because of where they were located. It's not much parking here, and they just simply couldn't get where they needed to go. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. Always somebody, always somebody that's running the light. Always. Perfect. Got across the street without slipping and sliding into tons of freaking salt. They closed most of this. They did a nice job of cleaning most of this off. Our side roads, I don't expect it to be too clean, but it is what it is. Yep, it's down to the ground though. Sweet. All right, I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Quick and easy. Quick and easy, but we still got to make it to the train station in a pretty decent amount of time today. So we still got I'm sure we still got some slip and slide going on around here given the temperature and the weather, but we'll figure it out. This road right here seems to be actually plowed. Some of the other ones not so much at all actually, but it is definitely nippy up. That person don't even have on any lights. Like, you don't know that person even just sitting there. So you can see there's a bit of kind of slushy stuff still left around here, but not too much. Delivery bike. It is chilly out here. Worth closing the visor for. Definitely chilly out here. Not chilly and like gonna freeze you off, but like wind chill chilly. That's the best way I could put it. This is definitely wind chill chilly. Ow. Dogs in action. Oh, that smells so good. I know you guys can't smell that, but oh, that smelled amazing. Always busy. Nice. Yeah, not rolling out in the street for that. We'll just be patient. Maybe we should have went out in the street. Step back. It's interesting. It's not a lot of people out here. Normally there is. Normally there's enough people out here where you'd be surprised how much traffic is usually at this corner, but not a lot of people here right now. But not a lot. We'll see how the ground is over here. We'll see what it's like. Because now the sun is set, so the possibility of it being really slick is certainly here. But yeah, let me get this wind out you guys' ear too, because where are we going? Okay, well, you're not going to go in much of anywhere right now. Face stays warm when you keep your helmet down. Keep your helmet down. Keep your visor down. Not your helmet down, but your visor down. With their own life, especially here in Chicago. Personally, the weirdness about that is the amount of times of people running in front of that. Let's get the lights out, because that can be problematic. Oh, I didn't even put that thing on. Completely forgot to put it on. A GPS unit. Completely forgot. All right, I'll see you guys when we make it to National Street.